Hello, students of Lashmeet, Spanishburg, and Matoka, and anyone else out there who's listening. Today we have some medieval instruments. I have a symphony, which is an early French version of a hurdy-gurdy. Hurdy-gurdy is a fun thing to say. It's the English name for it.
And you can say it like the Swedish chef on the Muppets. You can go hurdy-gurdy, and it's fun.
This is a crumhorn, which is an English name for a German word. And we had a German person in the audience once. We asked him, what does crumhorn mean in German? And she said it means bent tube.
Ha!
We're going to play a medieval piece for you that was a favorite of Elizabeth I, who was Queen of England. And it's called La Volta. It's a dance. It was written by William Byrd.
And when we're done, we're going to show you more about the instruments, and he's going to let you look on the inside. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, well, actually, I'm just going to grab the camera while he shows you the inside, and I'll show you this. His is more interesting.
So a hurdy-gurdy is played with a crank. You see right here. And it's quite a mechanical instrument. This is 10th century technology. These instruments evolved on through the 17th century and became a lot more complex than this one is. But this is a copy of a very early hurdy-gurdy. And in French, like I said, it's called a symphony. On the inside, you can see there's lots of parts. And they're all gravity-fed levers and tangents. We have two strings, and they're G string. And then this plays like a keyboard, as these keys here stop the strings on their way up. The tangents have to fall back by gravity, but they'll stop a string. But then there's a string down underneath which is not stopped, so you get a drone all the time. You get this drone sound all the time. Then there's another high drone string, which is currently out of tune, which is attached to a little bridge. It's called in French le chien, or the dog. And it looks like a little dog, and it'll move. And it'll make a rattling sound if I attack the string hard. So you have the world's first drum machine.
Show them what a tangent is. Show them these little things here. Show them those.
These are like little things that stop the strings, much like you would on a guitar with a fret.
Yeah.
And you can adjust them to hit the string in just the right place, although it's so well made that it can hit the string just in the right spot. And these can get out of whack really easily. I've got 4 strings that have to stay in tune. These are animal gut strings, so they're kind of squirrely to keep them in tune. It's a lot of work to play it. The original idea was that this could be a violin, because this wheel, as it turns with the crank, has rosin on it like a violin bow, and it runs the string, it makes it sound. But it has some limitations, and not many modern musicians have followed through with the development of it. And this is the crumhorn.
This is the crumhorn, and it's much more simple. It's a tube with holes, just like a penny whistle or a recorder. If any of you play recorder, the fingering to this is almost identical to a recorder. So you could play this, except you have to blow really hard. It's really hard to blow, so you get tired. And I'm blowing in here, and a recorder has what's called a fipple, where the airstream comes in and it hits an edge. Let's see if I can show you a close-up of a fipple here. This is a fipple, like a recorder. And the air goes in here and it hits this little edge that you have. And you can see it on your recorders. This one has a double reed, like an oboe or a bassoon. And it's called a captive reed because you don't touch it with your mouth. You blow through here, this does nothing. This is what actually makes the sound. Except you don't put your mouth on it. And that double reed, it's two reeds that go together like this, and they make their sound. And the vibrations from here go through your tube. And as you add fingers, you lengthen the tube, and it makes the tube longer, and longer means that the pitch gets lower. And as you shorten the tube, by lifting your fingers up off the holes, the pitch goes up. And the funny thing about the chrome horn is the pitch range of each finger is pretty extreme. So if you know your finger on a recorder, this is G, A, B, C, exactly the same, D. Here is my D sharp or E flat. This is also the fingering for E. It's the same. So I go. And I control it just by blowing harder. So each note you have to blow different. Every single one of them.
We don't actually have any medieval examples of one of these, but we do have lots of old pictures of them,
Yep.
particularly in old Bibles and prayer books when they drew drawings of life in a particular area. Along with their calendars and their daily prayers, they would draw pictures. And we do have it mentioned in a book on instruments, a couple different books on instruments that show how the thing works. So we have a pretty good idea that this is what it was.
Yeah. So we hope you liked our little presentation today, and we hope you're still making music at home. And you all have a wonderful day. Bye.